Good afternoon. We're calling the Committee on Health and Human Services 1 p.m. Friday, March 6th calendar. We're convened in room 225. This meeting is being streamed live on YouTube. In the unlikely event that we must abruptly end this hearing due to technical difficulties, the committee will reconvene to discuss any outstanding business later today at 1 p.m. Monday, March 9th in room 225. And the public notice will be posted on the legislator's website. To facilitate this hearing in a timely manner, we are normally enforcing a 1-minute testimony, but that's only for witnesses and not for the nominees. I will be reading a list of individuals who submitted written testimony for each measure. We apologize if the closed captioning does not accurately transcribe the names. If you're interested in reviewing the written testimony, please go to the legislator's website. You'll find a link on the status page for the measure. We appreciate your understanding and remind you that the committee does have your testimony, that we reviewed them, so I encourage you to use your time to either add additional comments or you can stand on your written testimony. I would like to point out that at this hearing, we have ASL interpreters, Kume, and later on possibly Denise Green or Sabina Wilford. Because of the ASL interpreters, I will not be strictly pursuing the 1-minute time limit, so please speak distinctly and slow enough for them to be able to understand you and interpret. Okay, first up, we have GM 706, Prita Tayal, Mental Health and Substance Abuse, Hawai'i Service Area Board. Priti Tayal, please proceed.
Aloha. Thank you for inviting me.
Please proceed. Why is it that you would like to be in the Kauai Board for mental health and substance abuse?
Thank you for this honor. I have been in the mental health field for over 25 years, and I have been on Kauai for the past 10 years as a professional in this field. I have 2 master's degrees in educational and counseling psychology, so mental health has always been a passion of mine. I really believe in empowering our community, especially Kauai. We may be small, but we are mighty. And I feel like empowering our community with training and providers and access to resources is our kuleana to maintain a healthy and strong ohana. And I think I can make a difference in the community, as I already have, by being a leader and being on various committees and volunteering and being an advocate in my current position.
Thank you very much, Priti Tayal. Okay, on behalf of Priti Tayal, we have Judith Clark in support, Mel Raposo in support, and nobody else having testified. Members, any questions for Priti?
No.
Okay, we're going to do the DM at the very end, Priti, so you may want to stick around if you wish.
Okay, mahalo.
Hello. Next up, we have GM 534, Fuel Tank Advisory Committee, Ashley Nishihara. Ashley, please proceed.
Sorry about that. A little difficult with the mic. Okay, yes. Hi, thank you for inviting me here. I have been the part of the FTAC committee since 2021, but I have been actually officially been part of this Red Hill effort to protect our Wai'i since 2019 when I received a Board of Water Supply alarming letter saying that, hey, we still have fuel in the tanks and we need to do something about this because it's threatening our sole source aquifer. And I thought, well, this isn't a water bill, This is really important, and myself, my mother, and my mother's friend took it upon ourselves to attend the meeting in 2019 at my middle school. And then we realized the gravity of the situation at hand, and we had founded Protect Our Aquifer, just us 3, an organization that we just want to make it transparent to everybody, to the public, and myself being a member of the FTAC committee for these years, I take it upon myself to be an representative of my community, because even though I'm a community member, you know, I see so many people who are concerned about their as am I, because I'm in, you know, I'm in here too. I drink water too, and I see so many questions kind of just being left behind or not being addressed at these meetings. So I take it upon myself to kind of act as a representative and kind of like give a voice to those questions. And I feel like in that way I can contribute to our efforts, because water is life. And this is a issue that it just because all of the fuel has been cleared from the tanks doesn't mean that it's over yet. We still need a remediation, and we're in it for the long haul, not just for ourselves, but for future generations. So ola ikawai, water is life, and it's, you know, it's for our children and our children's children's sakes.
Thank you very much, Ashley.
Thank you.
On behalf of Ashley, we have Dr. Melanie Lau, Susan Paola Davis in support, and basically that's it. Any questions?
No.
Okay, so Ashley, thank you very much for willing to do this again. I know those meetings regarding Red Hill are super long and super tiresome, and it taxes a lot of people's patience. So thank you very much for willing to volunteer to do that, Ashley, on behalf of the people.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay. Next up, GM 716, State Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, Queer plus Commission. Nominee is Christopher Luthi. Christopher Luthi, are you present?
I am, yes. Hi, thank you very much for this honor to meet with you folks and discuss this nomination. I am looking forward to this opportunity, as I believe that this will help give me a place to stand and help advocate for myself and the other community members across the state to help provide better programs and help make sure that the LGBTQ community members do not get lost in the dark. I've been an advocate and an active member of my community here in Hawaii and from my home state in Idaho. I am looking forward to this opportunity, and I really think that I am a voice that can be heard and help continue in our adventures as we continue.
Okay, thank you very much. On behalf of Christopher Luthi, we have Michael Galoyu Jr., Autumn Massey, all in support, Jeffrey Willard Mack in support, Richard Velasquez in support, Clifton Luthi again in support, and that's basically it. Members, any questions? Oh, Michael Galoyu, please proceed.
Thank you, Chair. Michael Galoyu Jr., he, him pronouns. Before I start, I do want to extend my condolences to the Senate and the loss of our good friend Colleen Hanabusa today. I'm here in my personal capacity since the commission has not yet had a chance to meet to vote on Christopher's nomination by the governor. But I did want to come here today to extend my full support for his nomination, and I personally look forward to working with him on the commission. Thank you for hearing his nomination so quickly, as we've been without a representative for the Hawaii County since December. So again, hopefully you'll vote in favor and move his nomination forward so he can join us as a full commissioner. Mahalo and have a great day.
Thank you very much. Okay, anybody else wishing to testify on behalf or against Christopher Luthi? Okay, seeing none, members, any questions? So Christopher, I'm looking at your resume, and not only from Idaho, it looks like you worked at Salt Lake City as a truck driver, dispatcher, and labor coordinator. Yes?
Go ahead, sorry.
So it looks like, from Salt Lake City, you went all the way to the Big Island in my district, Keau, What kind of experiences will you be able to bring in on behalf of the Big Island, having worked in big cities like Salt Lake City, Boise Center, and
Sure, absolutely. One of the biggest programs that I participated in when I lived in Idaho was a organization called Boise Empowerment that was for bi, gay, and questioning young men that offered resources for testing for STI, STD, and safer sex practices. We also provided further education for those members that requested it to help educate them on better practices and to help get them the medical needs that they needed if they were to have a positive test.
okay, thank you very much. Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, we're gonna do your DM at the very end, Christopher.
Thank you.
Next up, we have GM 550, Radiologic Technology Board, David Wadsworth. David, are you present? Oh, come on up.
Rad check.
Yes.
Just like singing.
Okay, please proceed. Why do you want to be in Rad Tech?
Why do I want to be a rad tech?
He is a rad check.
Yeah, no, well, Rad Tech Board.
Oh, on the board. Well, obviously, it seems a little antiquated at this point in time, and there's some rules and regulations to be brought up to the modern workforce, and there's no way to change that or make decisions on anything like that unless you are on the board. So I felt it was a position that I should try and get on and do some public service.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you for answering the questions, and it looks like as a rad technologist, you seem highly qualified for this. Okay, so let's hear who else is testifying on your behalf.
Okay.
We have Department of Health in support. Anybody from Department of Health? Okay, you need to,
Oh, you do the
Could
same
you
thing
sit
I do.
back?
I always catch mine with Henry.
could you sit back, allow him to testify?
Every day.
Okay.
Chair, Vice Chair, members of the committee, Sean Haruno, Department of Health, Indoor and Radiological Health Branch, and we stand in our written testimony in support of Mr. Wadsworth.
Thank you very much. Stick around, I have questions for you. Okay, Gary Pierce, also in support. Anybody else wishing to testify on David Wadsworth's nomination for the Rad Tech Board? Seeing none, members, any questions? So I have a question on Department of Health, come on up. So when David Wadsworth responded to our questionnaire, he felt his duties included reviewing licensure applications, evaluating compliance. Is that what a Rad Tech Board does? That they
Yes.
review licensing applications and,
The department reviews the applications itself, but the RadTech board is here to make sure that policies and procedures are in place to.
it's
make sure that's a
policies,
safe-
right?
Yes.
Okay, so his passion of, I guess, modernizing, that would fit in as a policy,
Yes.
right? Okay. I just want to make sure I understood what a board did versus the actual licensing. Okay, do you have any other
No, it
questions?
appears like he's aligned with the other nominees on trying to make changes to the rules given the emerging technologies, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, thanks, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, any other questions or anybody else wishing to testify for David Wadsworth nominations, GM 550? Okay, seeing none. Oh, come on up. No? No. Okay. So GM 712, we are going to defer her nomination until Monday, March 9th at 1 p.m. because she is unable to be here. So we're going to move on to GM 547, Rina Shimata for Rad Tech also. Rina Shimata.
Hi.
Hi, please proceed.
I'm I'm interested in becoming on the Radiologic Technology Board of Hawaii because I believe that Hawaii should be protected from radiation safety and also not from just the community radiation side, but also the patients and technologists as well. I believe it's important because when we train our students, that's usually our first aspect that we go over. I think that I'll be good for the board because I've been working in radiology for a little over 10 years now. And I think I've seen different aspects of all the modalities in radiology. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, on behalf of Rina Shimata, we have Department of Health and Support. Come on up.
Senator San Buenaventura, Senator McKelvey. My name is Christopher Page, Department of Health Radiation Section. Thank you for deliberating over Ms. Shimata. So I'm here on behalf of the Department of Health to stand on our testimony in support of Ms. Shimata. What she had discussed about radiation safety and ensuring patient safety is a top priority, and updating our rules will help to fulfill that. So we are available for any questions if you have any.
Thank you very much. Okay, next we have Nicholas Kahn from Straub Benioff Medical Center in support. And we have Dr. Yang and Steve Kao also in support. Carrie Izuo, CNMT of Straub Benioff in support. Amanda Yee in support. Anybody else wishing to testify on GM 547? Members, any questions?
Quick question, Department of Health. And this is not indicative, I'm supportive of the nominee, but some of the previous rad tech nominees came up and discussed about how with today's technology and such that radiation levels are less than before and that it's not as concerns about are kind of being addressed through technology. How, I mean, so I understand, but the radiological effects are still a concern of this. So how does the two, I guess, fit together?
Right. So there have been a lot of changes from film screen radiography to now digital radiography, and the advancement in the machines themselves have made it so that the dose that would be administered to gain a useful image is less. But I think what's important to realize is that that's just one step, one part of the process. The other thing is having competent radiologic technologists to do proper positioning and to kind of manipulate the patient in the proper, using proper techniques so that they don't get exposed to radiation where it is unnecessary. So if they are not positioned properly, they will, in just one example, they can be exposed to
Aggregated exposure.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Anybody else wishing to testify in GM 547? Okay, seeing none. GM 560, Jeffrey Hicks, Juvenile Justice State Advisory Council. Jeffrey Hicks, are you present? Jeffrey
I'm
Hicks?
present on Zoom, Chair.
Okay, we're going to defer his until the end of the calendar. Next is GM 530, Judy Pate, DCAB.
Not present either on Zoom, Chair.
No,
she's here.
She's here. She's in present. Thank you.
Sorry, Chair, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Judy, why is it that you want to be part of DCAB?
Well, I worked as DCAB as staff, so I understand that the mission that they do. So I feel that I would like to serve on the board to continue support DCAB's efforts as being the ADA coordination agency for the state.
Okay.
With county, and they also support the county too.
Yeah, it seems to me you've been involved quite a bit since 2011, and a program specialist since 2005. So the past 20 years. So thank you very much for your service. On behalf of of your nomination, we have Christine Pagano of DCAP in support.
Yes, the interpreters are not able to see her. We have a side view from her back, left side.
Can you just, yeah, can you face that camera? Right there. You can sign to that camera.
Just a little bit closer, please. Okay. Can you see me now? Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Denise, I've got it. I can see her.
Okay, go right ahead.
Are you able to see me now? Yes. Okay.
It's okay.
My apologies for the disruption. My name is Christine Pagano. I'm on the DCAB board, the Disability Communication Access Board, and I support the nomination of Judy Pike. And I believe, or believe it or not, you may or may not know, I've been working with Judy for many years, since way back when. And I was surprised to bump into her recently. And I'm just so happy to see Judy again. And we've talked about DCAB and the good old days way back when.
Way back when.
And Judy brings to DCAB a wealth of experience and knowledge about current disability issues that are being faced, and also recognizes other people with disabilities and their frustrations. I know that she will speak up for people with disabilities. So thank you for the nomination, and it's my pleasure to support this nomination.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else wishing to testify on GM 530? Members, any questions? Okay, moving on. GM 687, Rick Tabor, come on up for PABEA, Policy Advisory Board for Elderly Affairs. Tabor, right?
Tabor.
Tabor,
Yes,
okay.
that's correct. Thank you, Senators. And thank you for hearing my reapplication. So
you're
I'm PABEA. This will be my second term. And I guess just in brief, I'm chair of the RAC, so Recognition Awards Committee. I've been doing the Older Americans Month for forever. And this year, I've been vice chair, but this year now I'm chair of Legislative Committee as well. So pretty remarkable. We just met this morning. They're actually meeting right now. I really enjoy being with PABEA, Policy Advisory Board, Elderly Affairs, because of the work that we do. And it's a very meaningful experience. I'd like to continue that. Briefly, I'm retired from 50 years in mental health. And so for me, doing meaningful things is really what life is all about. And I say, don't retire, rewire. And this is part of that. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Okay, on behalf of Rick Tabor, we have Department of Health Executive Office on Aging in strong support. We also have, who is this? Beverly Gottlieb, Chair of PABEA in support. Gary Simon, Hawaii Family Caregiver Coalition in support. Alzheimer's Association Kobe Chalk in support. Sarah Lenzer Medeiros in support. And anybody else wishing to testify on GM 687? I see Carolyn Cadival. Come on. Go ahead.
Thank you, Chair, Vice Chair, for hearing Rick's nomination. You know, he's just been such a strong supporter of the Policy Advisory Board. I'm sorry, Caroline Cadirao, Executive Office on Aging Director. Thank you so much. And, you know, he stepped up when we could not find a chair for one of our committees. So now he's chairing two committees. He's a strong advocate in so many ways and a strong volunteer in the community. And we're just happy to have him continue for another 4 years. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Anybody else wishing to testify on GM 687? Members, any questions?
Time to rewire.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for volunteering so often, Rick.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have GM 558, Amy Feely Austin, Statewide Health Coordinating Council. Okay, Amy, come on up.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Why would you like to be in the Statewide Council, Health Coordinating Council?
Well, thank you for asking and thank you for the opportunity to present. So I currently serve as the Chief Operating Officer of the West Hawaii region of HHSC, so Kona Kohala Hospital and our affiliate Ali'i Health Center, and also serve as the Board President of Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies Coalition of Hawaii. I've been a resident for 10 years of Hawaii and a resident of the Big Island for 7 years. And during that time, I've been involved in a lot of healthcare at a statewide level. I was the founding executive director of the first ACO in the state of Hawaii at Queens. And I've been very committed to various initiatives that really kind of change the way we address healthcare here. And I just really love it as a parent and as a resident of a rural area. I see how important this is, in my capacity as a COO with the patients that we serve. I see how much this touches their lives on a daily basis. It's such a critical part of our community infrastructure. And I definitely, in particular, want to represent that rural capacity at a statewide level. It's really important to me that rural is heard on a statewide stage.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next we have Shipta in support. Coming up, Dr. Lewin.
Aloha, Chair, Vice Chair, and Senator Kanuha. This candidate is obviously a very bright one for us. We're up-leveling our members of these advisory councils because the relationships with the councils to not just the AHEAD grant, but now the Rural Health Transformation Program really puts a lot of responsibility on them, including giving feedback to the federal government when asked about whether we're spending the money wisely. So Amy Feely Austin not only does great work at Kona Hospital, but she's done all sorts of other great jobs. She I won't go through what she just enumerated for you, but she also has culturally grounded programs. Mana Mama, Kealoha Mau, we're talking about maternal health, native healing practices. So she's grounded in the community as well. We're really delighted to have Amy's expertise in terms of the finances related to the hospitals and community centers and so forth. So we strongly support her nomination and think she'll be a terrific representative for us. And just on an unrelated note, I just wanted to thank you for your comment about the uninsured today in an earlier session. Thank you.
They were completely ignored. But no, let's move on. Okay, thank you. Clayton McGann of HHSC West Hawaii Region in support. Anybody else wishing to testify on Amy Feely Austin? Okay, seeing none. So Amy, I appreciate the fact that you're also an executive director, former, of Aloha Care, because as Dr. Lewin pointed out, we really need not only, the administration, but also the, the finances to be able to figure out the overall healthcare puzzle. So thank you very much.
Really sure we'll show up on your front door.
Yeah. Aloha Care knows, right? GM 700. DCAB, Ed Chevy. Ed, are you present? Are you present on Zoom? Okay, please proceed.
There it is.
Yes, I'm here. Are you able to see me?
Yes.
Aloha, I'm Ed Chevy. I'm currently working for the deaf school in Hawaii, for the Hawaii Schools for the Deaf and Blind, and have been for some time. There was a meeting in 1975 in Washington, and I believe it was the Commission on People with Handicaps. Before DCAB, I was involved in that, and then I moved here, and then I also was involved in Francine Way's organization for 9 years. It's
18 years.
18 years. I am also a certified interpreter, and I'm still slow, but I'm continuing on. I'm returning here because my concern is for access.
Access is a powerful thing, and it's so important for folk to have interpreters and to stay informed all the time. We need to help ensure that access is always available. It's strange to be back at DCAB because I was involved so long ago before I came back to Hawaii. So it's nice to be here. And I think it's so important to support.
Okay, well, thank you very much. In favor of Ed Chevy's nomination, we have DCAB, Christine Pagano. Okay.
My apologies, I forgot last time to say aloha and good afternoon, Chair and Vice Chair and committee members here. Ed and I met at the DCAB Communication Access Conference this year, and Ed approached me asking whether he could return to serve the board. And after some consideration, I said, yes, I believe so. I'll follow up with you. And indeed, I let Ed know that there was a position, and he was thrilled and wanted to serve again, to serve DCAB specifically. We noticed there is a shortage of interpreters here in Hawaii, and communication access we want to keep strong. It's a good time for him to return to DCAB on the board because he has studied healthcare and the specific bill.
We have a bill on the table, as you're aware, as we were discussing.
Go ahead. So I'm pleased to support Ed Chevy's nomination. Thank you.
Okay.
And Ed says, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Anybody else wishing to testify on GM 700? Okay, members, any questions? And we all honor Francine Y. She was a very good DCAB director. So thank you for serving under her ed. Okay, are we ready for DM? And we also have Senators Kanuha and Keokalole also present. So for GM 7086, Mental Health and Substance Abuse Kauai Service Area Board, this is for Preeti Tayal. Chair's recommendation is to advise and consent. Any comments, questions, concerns? Seeing none, Vice Chair for the vote.
Okay, recommendation on 706 is advise and consent, noting the excuse of Senator Favela. Any of the members present want to go WR no? Seeing none, recommendation has been adopted.
For GM 534, Ashley Nishihara for Fuel Tank Advisory Committee. Chair's recommendation is to advise and consent. Any comments, questions, concerns? Seeing none, Vice Chair for the vote.
Okay, recommendation on GM 534 is advise and consent, noting the excuse of Senator Favela. Any WRs no? Seeing none, recommendation adopted.
For GM 716, Christopher Luthi for the State Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Queer, Transgender, Queer Plus Commission. Chair's recommendation is to advise and consent. Any comments, questions, concerns? Seeing none, Vice Chair for the vote.
Okay, recommendation GM 716, advise and consent, knowing the excuse of Senator Favela. Any WRs no? Seeing none, recommendation adopted.
For GM 550, David Wadsworth for Rad Tech Board. Any comments? Chair's recommendation is to advise and consent. Any comments, questions, concerns? Seeing none, Vice Chair for the vote.
Okay, recommendation 550 is advise and consent, knowing the excuse of Senator Favela. Any WRs no? Seeing none, recommendation adopted.
So for GM 712, Kathleen Merriam, Chair's recommendation is to defer this to Monday at 1 p.m., room 225. For GM 547, Rina Shimata for Rad Tech Board. Chair's recommendation is to advise and consent. Any comments, questions, concerns? Seeing none, Vice Chair for the vote.
Okay, recommendation is to advise and consent, knowing the excuse of Senator Favela. Any WRs no? Seeing none, recommendation has been adopted.
For GM 560, the nominee not being present, Chair's recommendation is to defer this to March 9th, 1 p.m., room 225. For GM 530, this is for Judy Pate for DCAB, Disability and Communication Access Board. Chair's recommendation is to advise and consent. Any comments, questions, concerns? Seeing none, Vice Chair for the vote.
GM 530, recommendation advise and consent, knowing the excuse of Senator Favela. Any WRs no? Seeing none, recommendation adopted.
For GM 687, Pabea, Rick Tabor, Policy Advisory Board for Elder Affairs. Chair's recommendations, advise and consent. Any comments, questions, concerns? Seeing none, Vice Chair for the vote.
Okay, recommendation is GM 687 is advise and consent, knowing the excuse of Senator Favela. Any WRs no? Seeing none, recommendation is adopted.
For GM 558, for Amy Feely Austin, Statewide Health Coordinating Council. Chair's recommendations to advise and consent. Any comments, questions, concerns? Seeing none, Vice Chair for the vote.
Okay, recommendation GM 558 is to advise and consent, knowing the excuse of Senator Favela. Any WRs no? Seeing none, recommendation is adopted.
For GM 700, for Ed Chevy for DCAC. Chair's recommendation is to advise and consent. Any comments, questions, concerns? Seeing none, Vice Chair for the vote.
Okay, recommendation on GM 700 is advise and consent, knowing the excuse of Senator Favela. Any WRs no? Seeing none, recommendation has been adopted.
And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you very much.